Hey everybody, how's it going? Got a no rarity symbol Charizard in. And you know what? I'm going to show it to you and cover up the graded symbol. See what you think the number is going to be on this card. This is what I paid for it. $5,800. I finally got it in. So what do you think of this card? This is like the fourth or fifth card. I think this is the fifth card that I have that is a Japanese Charizard with the no rarity symbol right there. So I bought this because I think it's an awesome deal. So I'm just gonna show you the card. I got a magnifying glass here and see if I put it in front of the camera, see if you can see a little bit better maybe. If that helps or not. So this is what the front looks like. The front's really sharp. I like the front. If you look at the front, you're going to give it a higher grade versus what you would see on the back. Here's the all the hollow circles and stuff. These are the first Charizards ever made. 1 to 2 weeks is all they made them for. And here's the back. Back has some wear on it. I mean, I looked at the card in the magnifying glass, and one of the reasons why I like these Japanese Charizards is because I've never seen any fakes. And there's so many fakes floating around out there that are the first edition ones. That's one of the reasons I think these are better. They're basically similar in price. I think the first edition demand a little bit better price because it seems to be more of a market for them. But there's a lot more out there. Like, as I said in my other video, if you compare this to Magic the Gathering's Alpha versus Beta, this is a Magic the Gathering playmat here. If you compare Alpha versus Beta, when Beta first came out, when Alpha first came out, then Beta came out second, people wanted the Beta because the Beta had normal card corners here where the Alpha was really rounded. And nobody liked the way the cards looked that were Alpha compared to the Beta and later on. That's why they changed the design, because they just didn't look as good. But 20 years later, the Alpha cards go for a lot more money than the Beta. And why is that? Because they only made like 1,100 Alpha rares compared to 3,000 Beta rares. So that means there's only like, the most there could be is 1,100 Black Lotuses versus 3,000 Beta Black Lotuses, 1,100 Alpha. And that's if nobody destroyed any or lost any or something happened to them. So there's always going to be less of what really is out there in circulation because a lot of them got destroyed. So anyway, my whole point was this card here came before the first edition. So there's less of these. You go on eBay and look for Charizard, no rarity, and you see how many there are. There's going to be a lot that are under Charizard's name, but they really aren't Charizards. There'll be like Pikachus and Blastoise and Venusaurs. But actually the card, there's only a few. And then you go for, do one for Charizard first edition. Then you also have to throw in there the Shadowless. There's a lot more first edition Charizards out on the market than there are of these Japanese no rarities. That's my opinion. That's why I'm making this investment into this into these no rarities versus the first edition ones, because I think these are rarer. They only made them for 1 to 2 weeks. There's a very short supply of them, and I like the fact that I don't have to worry about scammers putting a fake card inside of a case somehow. I mean, if there's money to be made, these people in the world, they will try to figure out ways of scamming people, basically turning a $100 bill, because that's how much a fake card is. They're like $100 or even more. I haven't checked recently, but they're not cheap to buy a good fake first edition Charizard. So they're gonna try to turn that into like $10,000 or whatever, you know. And if a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is a fake card, you know. But there's people out there that are trying to scam people. So those are my two reasons why I'd rather own this card than a first edition. So what do you think this is? You've seen it enough. I'll show it to you. I mean, the front looks awesome. Then you turn it over, and it's got a little bit of wear on it. And as you know, as I've said before, PSA and Beckett grading systems, you know, they're not as consistent as I like, you know. I've seen cards that I think should be graded higher than what they are, and I've seen cards that should be graded a lot less than what they are. So, you know, basically, if you got a card that's a 5, you can probably figure it's going to be either one grade higher or one grade lower. So if it's a 5, it could be a 6 or a 4. If you got a card that's an 8, it could possibly be a 9 or a 7. That's how I look at things. So whatever grade you have, just figure out that the card could be one higher or one less, and that's basically you're good to go. You knowing that you got like a card in that range. That's how I look at things, okay? So anyway, I'm going to pull this sticker off here and show you what I paid $5,800 for. It's not coming off. There we go. It's a 6. So that's what I paid. That's what I got for $5,800. As you can see, the corners got a little bit lower grade. Centering was a lot higher. Edges and then surface. So that's what I got. Anyway, give me a like. Let me know in the comments what you think.